All righty, fellas. Week 4 came with, I would say, generally good vibes, minus Malik Neighbors managers. Pour one out for your local Malik Neighbors manager in the chat. But yeah, we got 2 more games on tap. I think these ones are going to be pretty fun. Jets, Dolphins could be a nice sneaky shootout spot. And then Broncos and who are they playing? The Bengals. And Danny and I are both going to be sweating and tightening our cheeks tonight in the Flock League. We have to basically sweat out some shit. But here we are. You got a lucky Monday Night Miracle last week. Hopefully we can continue that momentum into week 4 because both of us could use a nice Monday Night Miracle tonight.
Yeah, last week was able to win despite having CeeDee Lamb drop a complete donut in my lineup, and Zach obviously profiting with that Jake Ferguson. That is, it didn't end up making the final cut for the Flock League video, but I did a bit how Flock League cucking is like when you have a running back and the quarterback throws a touchdown, or when you have a like you know what I mean? You know what I mean when you get cucked in fantasy. Like I made a whole bit on that. Didn't end up making the cut, but I basically referenced like Jake Ferguson completely cucked me. But hey, we ended up coming up with the W this week. I can't tell you exactly what the details are, but we are rooting against Tyreek Hill is all I'll say.
Yeah, and I am rooting against Bosef Nix tonight as well. Also, shout out to Zach, by the way. 2 weeks in a row, he gets a star player going down in the other person's starting lineup. You had CeeDee Lamb go down, and I had Lamar Jackson go down. So
yeah, kind of nuts.
I mean, kind of an insanity run for him in terms of luckiness, but good luck to him. Hopefully it's all I'll say is this. What he needs tonight is like the median projection for Bo Nix. So that's going to be, it's just going to go either way. Like if you were betting fantasy points on Bo Nix right now, it's probably going to be like, oh yeah, that's about what I would probably set this at.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Sorry about the Wicks take. No, you're good, Pete. I did the exact same thing. I mean, we'll see if it ends up making the cut, but there was a clip I had where when Matthew Golden caught that deep pass, it would have been a walk-in 65-yard touchdown for Wicks. But Matthew Golden, rookie wide receiver, running the wrong route, just runs right into Wicks and steals his pass. It's like, that was annoying. On the bright side, I will say, though, if anybody did tail the wide receiver pick'em that I made on Sunday, 4 of the 5 have hit so far. The last one, we need the Jamar Chase lower at 65.5. So, I mean, we can basically just quickly recap that because I have it in the back end here. The running back one actually did hit. Omari Hampton hit his higher. Trevion Henderson hit his higher. Christian McCaffrey hit his higher. $10. We ended up winning $63 on that one. And I believe, it was this one. So Buka Nakua, obviously monster week, 36 PPR points, hit his higher on his receptions. Roma Dunze ended up getting there late in the fourth quarter. He was at 62, I think, for a couple seconds there, and then he ended up catching a pass, gets to about 69. Matthew Golden, like I said, kind of steals that ball that was intended for Wicks, but gets us the higher at the end of the day. Dak Prescott, free square, and then we got Jamar Chase going now. So that could win $10 to win to 100 on the flex entry.
Yeah, and I actually I nailed mine on Thursday night. If anybody tailed this one, it was a sweat because there was a play on the last drive. I saw a running back catch a pass for like 6 yards, and at the time Trey Benson was at 19.5 receiving yards. Or at 19 receiving yards, sorry, and 21.5 is what the lower was. And I was like, damn it, Trey Benson just caught a 6-yard pass, and it was DeMercado. So yeah, that saved me quite a bit. But yeah, we've been hot. Good week for us on the picks, and we do actually have a couple more tonight over on the TikTok, YouTube Short, and Instagram. I popped these ones out. I'm personally not playing all 5 of these at once. What I'm doing here is there's a Bo Nix gimme pick tonight that should be live in the pick'em lobby, and I'm going with Troy Franklin higher than 3.5 receptions. Bengals are a terrible pass defense. Troy Franklin 15 targets in the first 2 games. A little bit of a quieter week 3, but I think he'll bounce back. And then T. Higgins, I like him to go higher than 6.5 targets tonight. He had 11 receptions for 131 yards and 3 touchdowns last time he played the Broncos. So I do think he could have a nice game tonight and be a heavily targeted guy, especially if they lean away from Surtain. And then for the Jets-Dolphins game that's kicking off in about 30-ish minutes or so, Tua Tagovailoa, I like him to go higher than 16.35 fantasy points. Jets defense is absolutely brutal. They're like a bottom 5 defense in DVOA allowed. And then I like Garrett Wilson, 5.5 receptions. The Dolphins, fun fact, are allowing the lowest air yards per pass attempt in the NFL. They are literally playing the softest zone coverage possible, and that is Garrett Wilson music to PPR managers' ears, and that's why I like him to catch a lot of passes. And then Braylon Allen, season high, 32% of the snaps last week. I think there's a chance he has, 6, 7, 8, 9 carries in this game and can get well over this 21.5 rushing yards. And as always, they do have a new customer promo right now where if you play your first $5 entry, you get $100 in bonus funds. And of course, you guys know code FSC if you're new to Underdog. We do have a couple of questions here in the chat or in the chat as well, but on Flock here that we can get through.
Just 2 things. Crazy tweet I just see on my timeline right now. So everybody knows how good Odunze's been in fantasy this year. He's the wide receiver for 3 in fantasy. Puka Nacua, just for a reference for how different level he currently is. I haven't fact-checked it. This could be wrong, but the tweet says that Rome Odunze is closer to Ricky Pearsall, wide receiver 21 in points per game, than he is Puka Nacua, who's wide receiver 1. And we're talking about the wide receiver 3 in fantasy. Like, Puka Nacua right now is just completely lapping the field.
Absolute beast, man. Absolute beast. And if you guys recall, in my vlog with my buddies in my home league, they booed my Puka Nacua pick at the 9th overall selection. And now that I have Bijan, they're all scared shitless of me. So it's fun.
You have Puka and Bijan.
Yeah.
How is that fair? Come on.
I mean, hey, you want to hear the funniest thing about that trade, Danny? So the trade was Bijan, T. Higgins, who hasn't played yet, and Jerry Jeudy. That's what I received. In exchange for Trey Benson, Kenneth Walker. Again, keep in mind that the manager came to me because they were down a running back and they wanted 2 running backs for the price of 1. Never a good idea, FYI. For those of you guys, like I could do this in our Flock League right now. I just have Bijan. I could split him into 2 running backs if I want to. Hell no. Kenneth Walker, Trey Benson, Devontae Smith. Do you know how many points they scored this week?
22 combined.
It was less than Bijan scored by himself.
Yes. Was it actually about 22?
It was Bijan scored, I think, in my league format, we get first down bonuses. He had like 9 first downs in that game. So I think he scored like 34 points or something. And Devontae Smith, Kenneth Walker, and Trey Benson combined scored like 29 points. And again, keep in mind, T. Higgins and Jerry Jeudy were also a part of that trade, and T. Higgins hasn't even played yet. So
I will give some credit too, because I do recall one bold predictions video. I believe you said 2021 Cooper Kupp.
I did. I did say 2021 Cooper Kupp, and right now 27.4 PPR points per game is about what Cooper Kupp did that year. So, yeah, he is. He's having a monster year, man.
I know what you're gonna say. Before I say this, I'm just gonna say it right now. Puka's fucking awesome this year. I'm making a joke. I'm letting this know now. Okay?
Are you turning this into a CeeDee Lamb take?
2023 CeeDee Lamb averaged more points per game in the second half of the year that year.
Than Cooper Kupp?
No. Then what Puka's at right now?
Oh, okay. I'm
just saying, like, how crazy. Like, that's nothing to take away from Puka. That's more so like how bonkers the second half of the 2023 year was for Lamb.
I also said this at the I said that like 2006 LaDainian Tomlinson, 2012 Adrian Peterson, 2019 McCaffrey. I said this would be named 2025 Bijan Robinson after this year. Also, I will like to say, I'll say, so I don't get too big of a head about this, I'll say 2 things that I was completely wrong about in a second. But Danny, do you care to guess my 2 highest rostered first round players on Underdog?
Puka and Bijan.
Yeah, it ain't close.
Could imagine. Mine was well on his way before he decided to hurt his ankle, unfortunately. Good news on that, though, because that was the other tweet I saw on the timeline. So I'm not sure if you saw the NFL tweeted a mic'd up play of CeeDee Lamb, like when Pickens caught that big play that was down on the 1, I believe. Yeah. You know, when he like in double coverage. Mm-hmm. So it shows Lamb like on the sideline, like jumping up and down and like looking mobile and shit. Mm-hmm. And Jesse Morse basically said, like, based off how he's moving right now, like he should be back in the next 2 weeks because moderate grade 2s typically don't move like that. Yeah, like maybe like he's putting a lot of weight on his leg.
Yeah, that's good news for CD. I gotta make 2 bad takes now that I did because I just fucking glazed myself repeatedly. Jahmyr Gibbs actually my 3rd highest rostered player in the first round, so shout out to that. My 4th highest rostered player in the third round or in the first round is Malik Neighbors, so that definitely sucks, and he's out for the season. That's gonna really hurt my shares of him. Let me just look at what's a bad take. Okay, my third highest rostered wide receiver is Josh Downs, and my fourth highest rostered wide receiver is Travis Hunter. So that doesn't look great. But I mean, I'm looking at my exposures right now, and I feel pretty decent overall about how things will turn out for the rest of the season. But yeah.
And also, decent. I'm not gonna lie, like maybe it was the early morning reaction. I didn't want to be too like quote unquote biased when I did this. I think Pickens has to go even higher than I had him in that video. I'm not going to move him to 10, but I have him in the tier with like Devontae Adams. Like, I think that's probably how he should be viewed. Like, what's stopping Dak from throwing 700 passes this year?
I don't know, dude. Like 2 weeks ago, were we really, really excited about this offense?
I was.
I mean, you have been excited about this offense, even if they were projected to win two games. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying as a non-biased community, were we excited about this offense?
Not even biased. They're the number one offense in terms of yards per game right now, and Dak is throwing the ball at a 42 attempt per game clip.
Yeah. No, he's been great. I mean,
this is 2021 Tampa Bay.
Y'all can talk all day about this stuff, but you choose now. Yeah, I mean, we do. Okay, yeah, let's get into the questions here. We were not going to do into the Cowboys nonsense.
This is Spain, by the way.
Yeah, that's not ideal. Leatherhead Craftsman here, Ladd McConkey, AJ Brown. I'd roll with AJ here. As bad as it has been for him, it's been worse for McConkey.
I don't think this is outrageous at all. And actually, I mean, I think Ladd's still outscoring AJ, as grim as that sounds.
No way.
I mean, AJ had the one game, but what's he done otherwise?
Ladd has had the 0 games.
35.1. What's Ladd at?
Like ass.
So AJ's outscoring him 35.1 to 33.4 on the year.
Yeah. In the words of Cam Ward, I'm going to keep it 100. They've been ass.
Yeah.
So at least AJ's getting the number one receiver treatment, the number one targets. And I watched somebody cut up all of AJ Brown's targets in that game. Our corners, our young corners, man, Ben Morrison, Jacob Parrish, Jamel Dean, of course, Zion McCollum, they just played really well, honestly. Like, I don't even necessarily think it was, the Eagles are this bad, terrible offense. Dude, we held them to 0 passing yards in the second half, and it was mainly a defensive skill issue on their part. We just played really, really well on defense. So, yeah, I think AJ will be moderately fine. I'm not saying he'll be, like, excellent the rest of the year, but I do think he's still a pretty easy mid-wide receiver too for me. I am much more scared about McConkey of the two of them.
Yeah, I would agree. Sorry.
But we do have we actually have a team review here from Jobby2. He said, I'm on the ledge here.
Can I say one thing?
What's up?
Just because I saw Lucas address it in our group chat, by the way, shout out Lucas is in the stream right now. Lucas, in that second half of the year, it was at 28.5 points per game, week 8 on.
I can't remember asking about that.
I saw Lucas in the chat, so I just
no one else is in the chat here. Anyways, okay. Jobby's team here. I think I've traded decent, but also
I said he was in chat, by the way.
Okay.
Great timing.
Oh, this is Joe's team. That's why he's saying that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I thought you said Lucas was in the chat because you mentioned that earlier.
No, I'm saying like Jobby's in the chat.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Joe in the chat, he said it's hard to trade with half the league. Some won't trade, others lowball. Shout out. Don't know the best strategy from here. I can negotiate well, but I'm also not great at knowing price limits, so I'm cautious. Yeah, I mean, if you're less experienced as far as like making trades and stuff, you definitely don't want to be just like selling players for the sake of trading and that kind of thing. But this is a Dynasty 2 quarterback league, 12 teams, start 10. Looking at the roster, you're a little weak at quarterback. I mean, you got to start Bryce Young every single week, at least until, Marcus Mariota is no longer a starter. Hampton, Jacobs. This is a really shallow Dynasty league by the looks of it, too. So you only have 4 running backs on your roster. Lamb, Odunze, McConkey, Hunter, Higgins. Again, these are also
really strong wide receiver.
It's not great, like, immediate production guys because Lamb is injured. Yeah. McConkey's not really performing. Hunter's not really performing. This is the type of team where I might look towards potentially shedding Jacobs off my roster and getting the peak value I can get for him because of especially what he just did yesterday. Like, he just had a great game.
Yeah, I think that makes a ton of sense. Josh Jacobs is the only player, and I would say maybe David Njoku and Juwan Johnson as well. You can kind of see David Njoku, unfortunately, not really selling on a high right now because he hasn't really been that good this year.
Yeah, I'd say Juwan's better sell of the two of them for sure.
Yeah, Juwan specifically, I think you can quite easily sell. Juwan Johnson, Josh Jacobs. I mean, if you package those two together, could you get like an offer of a 1 and a 2 right now from a competitive team?
Yeah, I think somebody should be willing to pay at least a mid-projected one for Josh Jacobs. And I think if you throw it, like Jawan's a hard guy to sell on his own because he's Jawan Johnson. He's not like
man, you could get a 1 and 2.
But yeah, he's the perfect guy that if you're going to sell the guy Josh Jacobs, already, you might as well just throw him Jawan Johnson. Maybe he has like Sam Laporta is not really performing right now. Maybe he has some kind of player like that. Like, let me see if there's a competitive team with a weaker running back core that we could maybe go to. I mean, this guy is Malik. You could potentially try and make a big play for Neighbors, but you're already pretty strong at wide receiver, so maybe not there. This guy has, I would say, maybe he thinks this is a competitive team. You could probably sell him on Josh Jacobs potentially. You could see and inquire how much is the discount on Brian Thomas right now in Dynasty. It's possible that he's a little bit soured on him, or you could just go after the picks as well, like a 1 and a 2, like we said, for Josh Jacobs and Jawan Johnson. This guy also has a weak running back core. His team kind of sucks. He's probably not looking to compete. This guy is just Saquon Barkley too. So this is another team. Kelsey's not really performing, but Hunter Henry's actually the tight end 1 overall in points per game right now. So maybe he feels like he's okay at tight end, but
Hunter Henry is actually?
Yeah, he is.
Oh my God.
Dead ass tight end 1 in points per game right now. You could definitely entice this guy with a Josh Jacobs for, a first and a second and throw in Jawan Johnson type of deal. This guy's kind of weak at quarterback right now, though. He's starting Rattler / Shadur if he ever gets starting opportunity. So this, there's got to be a quarterback hoarder in this league because you don't really have a great quarterback core. I mean, this guy's got Dart, Hurts, and Daniels.
Go to the guy that's maybe got like 1, 2.
I just checked them. They don't really have that. I mean, this guy is Geno and Stafford along with Purdy. And there's not like really anybody hoarding like a bunch of quarterbacks, but either way, this team feels to me like a year away.
And you got picks too.
27 first. Like Dak Prescott's a little older. He may be on a high right now, given the game he just had. So you can even potentially inquire to this guy that maybe could be looking for Jacobs. You could inquire to him about potentially giving him Dak too, because I mean, he doesn't really have a quarterback to give you back.
Doesn't have his
2027, and you could go after. I mean, the problem is he doesn't really have any
he doesn't have his 27-1 either
or assets.
Yeah, he doesn't have his 27-1 either, which would be a big piece. Like I would want, if I'm selling Dak, Jacobs, Jawan Johnson, like I would need at least 2 firsts in the deal if I'm not going to.
I probably need more than that, but
that's at least as a baseline.
Brown too, so
yeah, like I would basically, especially from a contender, need 2 firsts for Dak alone. So
yeah, well, let me ask you this: this guy, maybe he just wants Dak. Would you take like 1, 2, and 3 for Prescott?
No, that's what I'm saying. I would need 2 1s.
I know it's difficult.
And like even like a 1 or 2 in Harvey. Like, are you doing that?
I would do that for Prescott. Yeah, a 1 or 2 in Harvey, I think to me would make sense.
Like that's as cheap as I can get there.
Yeah,
like, I would just rather go to a different team and try to liquidate for 2 1s at least.
Yeah, it's possible that guy would be kind of interested in that. You maybe even just like throw him Kareem Hunt or something too, just to be like, take him. He maybe could use usable weeks or whatever. But yeah, just spitballing some ideas here. Definitely a situation that kind of sucks because you've built up this great wide receiver core, but the problem is like half of them are injured or underperforming. Like you can't use Ayuk right now. You can't use Hunter right now. T. Higgins had Joe Burrow go down. Lad McConkey isn't performing. Romo Dunze is the only one really producing at a high level right now. And Lamb is injured. So you kind of have to that your quarterback position can be kind of restocked into the 2027 class. You'll also have the firepower potentially to go and, get aggressive for a quarterback at that point in time if you've built up a lot of liquidity. The other thing you could do as well, because Bryce is a little bit of a shaky dynasty asset. Maybe that guy is desperate, that Justin Herbert and nobody else guy. Maybe he would send you a 1 or 2 in Harvey for Bryce Young. Or something along those lines. I mean, he's a competitive team. He'd probably prefer Prescott, but
respectfully, like nobody in their right mind should give up even close to the amount for Bryce Young that they should for Dak right now. Like, that's just terrible process.
Yeah, I mean, I even have them pretty far apart in my rankings, even though I've been notoriously the Bryce Young guy. And actually, before the season, I did have Bryce Young higher than Dak Prescott because I did expect kind of like a step forward from Bryce. And I don't want to totally give up on Young, but like there's a good chance that he's the type of asset that if you are entering a rebuild and you're in a situation like this, that you maybe want to just forego the risk and punt him into future capital just to make sure that you're not left holding the bag out on an asset that maybe loses value a calendar year or 2 calendar years from now when you're actually ready to compete. So these quarterbacks, again, I'm not married to him. Josh Jacobs, I would definitely look to get him off of my roster. Any of these other guys too that peak in value, like for whatever reason, Like, because again, even like Jaden Reed, Brandon Ayuk, like these guys are just, they're not, you have to hold them right now. Like they're not valuable assets on the market. So once Ayuk gets back on the field, maybe he starts performing, you could try and sell him.
This is a wait and see
of big weeks or something. Maybe you could sell him. Joe Burrow we get a report that he's going to come back in December or something.
Also, two things, by the way. Appreciate the Odunze. Hopefully Travis turns around, and I'm not dropping Travis Hunter. I want to get Woody Marks on my team, but there's definitely somebody else that you can drop than Travis Hunter.
I'm going to pretend that Nick's in a league where it's like an 8 or a 10 man, so it's probably pretty shallow. Yeah. And in that format, I think unless you were desperate for a running back, I probably would just hold Hunter.
But I do really like Woody Marks, though. I will give him his flowers, and spoiler alert, he's probably going to be very high on the waiver video tomorrow.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So any easy drop. But yeah, and here's the other thing. He said that there's a lot of guys that are tough to negotiate with, and that's going to be challenging. Just keep this in mind, Joe, because I know you're in the chat right now. If it enhances your rebuild, you can handle losing 5% of the value or 10% of the value. Like if you getting Josh Jacobs off of your roster, ideally you would want to get a 1 and a 2, and the best you're getting offered is a 1 and a 3 or something like that. Then you might just have to be like, shit, I wish I got a 1 and a 2. I got a 1 and a 3. He's off my roster. He's not scoring me points, and I'm tanking my own, first round pick for that. It does actually look like, though, that Joe doesn't have his own 1.
You don't have your own 1?
I don't think so, because he has a 1 listed here and it's not his.
Oh, in 2027 he has his 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first person I go to then.
Yeah, the one that he has, Yosef, what is his name? This guy's team.
I mean, like, you could always just run it as a house money and see what happens if you don't have your 1. Because, like, you still have multiple ones in 2027.
It's just given the injuries that he suffered. I mean, if you could weather the storm, again, he's 1 and 2 right now, and I would imagine after this week he might even be 1 and 3. Yeah. Potentially, like,
we got some trade.
A really great situation here.
We do have some trade questions, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
6:55. Game starts in 5 minutes.
No, it starts in 20 minutes, doesn't it?
Oh, is it 7:15? I thought it was.
I think so, right?
I thought it was 7 and 10. Let me see. Might be 7:15.
7:15.
Oh, my bad then. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, he said high chance of 1 and 3. Yeah, you might just have to kind of play the market. See, like Dak spike in value right now. Jacobs spike in value right now. This is a very good time to pounce on a couple of league mates that are trying to compete that could use a quarterback or could use a running back. So definitely, you can't just put them on the block and expect it to happen too. You're going to have to go into the DMs with these guys, start talking through it, see if they're interested in Jacobs, see if they're interested in Dak Prescott. Because a lot of people go, oh, it's so hard to trade in my league. It's like, well, putting guys on the trade block doesn't necessarily mean you're actively out there making trades. You have to be the one inquiring, hey, are you interested?
You have to send some messages.
I noticed you could use another running back, kind of thing.
You have to get active. You have to get creative. You have to be willing to send some messages, because I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't make like even remotely half the trades that I currently do if I didn't initiate conversation. I've had
like 8 different trade discussions today, like in multiple different leagues, like just going through people asking me, hey, are you interested in this? Like, and it's because we've kind of built that like open line of communication with a lot of our league mates that people are just like, hey, what do you think of this? And we just kind of go back and forth.
Zach needs to stop posting the score of the Flock League and what he needs for Monday Night Football on his Twitter, because that's supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah, he's got to stop.
He did it again.
Okay, well.
You posted your matchup, so
cat's out of the bag. I won't post it for you guys in the chat who want to be surprised here. So, but if you do really want to see it, you can absolutely go. You can go check out Zach's Twitter. I think I have a trade on the table right now. If Ryland's in the chat right now, I'm going to live react to the trade offer he sent me, because I know he sent me one earlier.
Mason replied, brother, get help.
Zach.
Mason replied to the Zach tweet, brother, get help.
Trade went down and flocked up today too. 2nd and a 3rd for David Montgomery and Mixon. It's a pretty decent deal for somebody in a contending window. Okay, and Flock and Wright. Ooh, this is intriguing.
What'd you get offered?
Ryland offered me Trey McBride for Malik Neighbors. This is a 2x tight end premium. I'm not probably going to do that. He also has Vita Vea in the deal, and I can't remember what Debbie this is.
Does it not have a nickname?
Who is Vita Vea on my team? Oh, he wants a Mod Hardy? Dude, over my dead body, bro. The guy's averaging like 200 rushing yards a game.
He wants Neighbors and Hardy for McBride?
Yeah, no shot, dude. I know it's a 2x tight end premium, so I guess maybe that's why. It's also a best ball, though, which makes me devalue tight ends even more.
Ryland.
Come on now. You're better than that. Fired indeed.
It was one thing if you said, okay, yeah, it was a swap straight up, but like you just randomly said,
still
yeah,
wouldn't
also
do
give
it
me
for what
Hardy.
it's worth, even if it was I mean, I guess I'm a competitive team. He's thinking, okay, yeah, like maybe you want a competitive asset or whatever, but like,
We got to
I already have Jawan Johnson, Travis Kelce, TJ Hawkinson, and Dallas Goedert, so I don't need a tight end at all. It's also it's not a best ball league, is it? Flocking right?
It's a lineup league.
Okay, never mind. It isn't a best ball league, but still, I have 4 tight ends that are startable in a 2x tight end premium as like flex options because they have really, really good target shares and whatnot. What would I take for Neighbors? I mean, make me an offer. I would take a receiver in his same tier if you want to get younger. Like if you have Lamb or Jefferson, I'll take that. That's why I didn't move Neighbors very much down in my rankings. I have him wide receiver 6. He's in the same tier as St. Brown, Jefferson, and Lamb. Sorry.
I guess this is a good transition for it. But like speaking, if you got offered Jackson Smith and Jigba, Luther Burden, Isaiah Likely, would you take it right now?
Is that what you're offering me?
No, I'm just curious.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't trade Neighbors for that?
No, I would not.
Okay, because that was the exact deal I made in Debbie Degeneracy.
Amon-Ra for Neighbors. Now that's more interesting. For sure. Because that's about what he's worth right now.
Got you, Joe. Appreciate you, Joe.
For sure. Yeah. We can pop into the next couple of questions that we have here. Touchdown Jesus, shout out. Christian McCaffrey and Mahomes in exchange for Josh Allen and Pacheco. You got to go McCaffrey and Mahomes, right?
Unless it's a 2-quarterback league, it's McCaffrey.
Yeah, 10 teams start 7. Christian's he's worth his weight in gold. As much as Josh Allen's a huge advantage in that format too. Him and Mahomes are going to be what best case scenario? Josh Allen outscores Mahomes by what 3-4 fantasy points per game?
Yeah. Also,
yeah, like Christian McCaffrey is going to outscore Pacheco by 10 to 15 fantasy points per game.
I think maybe it's because of the running style, because I know this guy fucking like always talked about the way people ran, but I still find it so odd how this guy Fusu messaged you on Facebook. Sorry, I just that's all I can think of.
I don't know what that guy's deal is, man. I really don't.
DM'd you on Facebook.
I mean, I was fucking talking shit. Someone, Fantasy Receipts tweeted out like a fucking dumbass Igbuka take of his, and I'm like, that doesn't shock me. So I was like, yeah, I'll take some time out of my day to dunk on Fusu because he's a fucking goober. And he messages me on Instagram and Facebook like, fuck you, bro. You got me blocked. And then his 2 burner accounts are commenting on both of my tweets. And they say Fusu's burner. And it's like, really, it's me in the bio. It's like, dude, you are a clown, man. You are a fucking clown. Aren't you like 40 years old? Like, don't you have a life? Jesus Christ, man.
You know how much it would check me out if I get a notification that Fusu messaged me on Facebook.
I laughed audibly.
But I would get so checked out if I went to go check the message and I see him fucking shirtless coming out of a shower. Like, what is that profile pic?
Oh my God, dude. It's also like, dude, D's nuts. That hasn't been a relevant joke for 15 years. Like,
you're big pussy. You're big pussy. That's why you have me blocked. These nuts. That's crazy.
Player Profiler's official account commented on it. They're like, is he flirting with you?
This reads like he's flirting now.
Yeah. I laughed when I saw that. I was like, why is Player Profiler getting involved? Don't they like make content with him? But anyways,
so what's so ironic about it is because I was like, obviously, I'm going to be more PG on my main account. I was burning him on my burner, and he blocked my burner. And he has no clue that he has my burner blocked. But, like, obviously, I'm going to be civil on my main.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep the main clean for all the Cowboys rage tweets during halftime.
Of course, bro. Of course. It's so funny, though.
Bijan and McConkey, like, by a country mile in this trade, by the way.
Yeah, not even close. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
As much as let me just... If you guys freak out, you go, oh my God, Ladd McConkey, 57 overall. That's how far you have him down. Partially trying to motivate one of my players on my Flock League team by ranking him this low. Just keep in mind, there's like maybe a 5 to 10 spot grace period in that territory that I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, Ladd. You're absolutely trolling my team right now.
You should have made a bit of you lowering him in your rankings.
Yeah, this is I should. I'm literally going to do the opposite of what Danny does, where he artificially inflates his players. I'm going to make Ladd go down the board to not get him too cocky.
I inflate my players when they play good. When your player is playing like a dog stain, fucking shit stain fuck, then I understand lowering him.
Yeah, that was a great sentence.
I couldn't. That was not English. I apologize for everyone.
Old Bo 33. I think I can afford the hit at wide receiver depth. I'm 4-0. Go get Bijan then. If you can afford the hit at wide receiver depth. I mean, this is, decent amount to pay, but I like
Bijan.
Even if you had to flex Christian Kirk and Troy Franklin for 3 games because of this trade, I would still do it because Bijan Robinson is that good.
Wait, Corey, can you rehash who Bijan Robinson outscored this week?
Everybody. Also, Bijan getting tackled inside the 5-yard line, the touchdown going to Pitts, and then Algier sniping a touchdown in the red zone as well. Dude could have literally had 45 points in this game.
I thought I was getting a second Drake London touchdown. I really did. I really thought I was. I really thought I was getting number 2.
You really did. You really thought that. Also, I'm never going to make a correct decision at my tight end spot for the rest of the year, am I? Whoever I start is just going to, whoever's on my bench is just going to go off every single time.
This is an interesting deal. First of all, Zach Ertz, like if you need a tight end, I think that's reasonable. Otherwise, like he's not like the needle mover here. This is close for me, actually. I think Ibuka and Addison are the value side, but if you need a running back, like I understand it.
Yeah, I think
he's getting Ibuka side.
It's a little too much to pay of a running back tax for me. I think
he's getting the Ibuka side. So
I know.
That's good.
I'm saying it's I guess he is getting the Ibuka side, so it's not too much to pay. But yeah, this is a good sell high on Walker if that's kind of what you're going towards there. Pitts low-key looks decent this year. Dude, he does. Yeah. It's weird. I don't really love that I have 2 Atlanta Falcons on my team in the Flock League, but I do have to admit that Kyle Pitts 100% does look like a decent player this year. Preston,
what about when you get a third?
What's up?
I said, what about when you get a third and you trade for London?
Yeah, I would like to not do that. Preston W, Lamar Jackson in exchange for Emeka Egbuka and Geno Smith. Now, this says 2 quarterback. So, I mean, you're buying low on Lamar from a team probably that is banged up or injured or something. So this this is easily Lamar. We don't really know the status of his injury right now, which would be the only hesitation, I guess, that somebody might have about making a deal like this. Because in a 2-quarterback league, I mean, Lamar Jackson would be the first or second pick if we redrafted right now. So we're very damn near close to it. So as long as Lamar is not out for a significant period of time, I think you'll be in really good shape there.
Shout out AJB. We do have a team review here, so let's get going
also
here.
Shout out to AJ Brown.
Amen.
Who's getting a team review from us. Hey guys, at this point, I think I should hold. Let me know. I flipped T-Mac and Pollard for London.
Good move in a 10 team.
Yeah, that's a great move for sure. But this week, I'm stuck starting BTJ and Pearsall is probably out. I'll probably drop Tootin for Slayton. I don't think I would do that, dude. I would rather hold Michel Tootin. I also have
3-0 as well.
What's up?
Which I don't like. You're 3-0 right now. Like, especially at 3-0, I'm not dropping an upside running back like Tootin for a floor play wide receiver like Slayton.
Yeah, I mean, did you win this week? You said you're 3-0, but you submitted this 8 minutes ago. So did you win this week? Yeah, I guess that would be my only thing. Are you 4-0 instead of 3-0? But either way, like I also have the offer of Javonte, Scadaboo, Pearsall for Nico. So he'd be, I think, selling those players because I think he said he had
it's a 10-team league. I'm not overthinking depth. Like,
yeah,
I guess you did make the deal.
He made the London deal. Yeah.
No. He made the Scadaboo Javonte deal.
I also have the offer of Javonte, Scadaboo, and Pearsall for Nico, but I think he said Pearsall is probably out. He had Pearsall before. I think this is a deal in which he would be trading Pearsall, Scadaboo, and Javonte.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go get Nico then.
Yeah, I'm cool making the move for Nico there. I mean, the one challenging thing is that if you get rid of Scadaboo and Javonte Williams, you now have to rely on Chase Brown as an every week starter, which is not something that I totally love. Like, can you get him to throw a running back at least that you can use? Like, does he have, like, let me see who has Nico in this league. This guy has Nico. Can he throw Dobbins back to you in this deal? I mean, he probably won't because Dobbins is like, I guess he's going to be getting 2 running backs. Like, maybe he'll throw you Dobbins back.
Yeah, you could definitely try that. Also, you should be putting in an aggressive bid for Woody Marks, given the state of your team, especially if you make that consolidation move. If you move to your running backs, you pick up a guy like Woody Marks. Woody Marks, a guy that we both have valued as a top 30 running back rest of the season. The way he looked in week 4 specifically, he took over the mantle from Nick Chubb since he got that uptick in snaps. Like, rest of game, second half of the game, like it was clearly the Woody Marks show. And I understand people's rebuttal is going to be like, well, he played the Titans and they were mollywopping them. Like, I understand that, but we also do have the press conference from D'Amico going into the game, I believe, that said, like, if we can get him involved and he keeps playing well, we don't feel we don't feel pessimistic. We don't feel hesitant in upping his workload. Basically, is what it summed up to.
Well, yeah, and like I said in
let me see the exact tweet. Sorry.
Yeah, like I said in the video today, like Woody Marks is a receiving back. Like it would have made more sense if the Texans lost 26-0 and Woody Marks outcarried and outsnapped Nick Chubb, because you'd think, oh, okay, he's a receiving back. They were down. Like, look at the Ravens this week. They were down the whole game. Justice Hill has a monster game. That's what happens when you're receiving back typically. But Woody Marks won the job in a game environment in which it would have probably been better for Nick Chubb to be the guy that was mainly the ball carrier.
Yeah, so this is the exact quote. D'Amico Ryans on Woody Marks. It was exciting to see Woody show up the way he showed up. He sparked a lot of excitement for us, and we're excited to see how much more he can handle moving forward.
Yeah, like, and that's
all positive.
Have absolutely no hope right now for Joe Mixon coming back by the sounds of it.
Did you see the report that came out today? They're like, they don't know when or if he's coming back. Therefore,
that
was
the last report that they said about him too, about a month and a half ago. So the fact that there's no real optimism around Joe Mixon is probably making my dumbass taking some of the discounts that I took on him in best ball look pretty stupid.
I wish I took more Woody Marks. I took some Nick Chubb at the end, but
yeah, me too.
I'm taking more Marks.
Yeah,
I actually liked Marks a lot more than you in the prospect cycle. Like I thought Marks was again, my comp was Gio Bernard. I didn't think he was like a long-term starting running back, but Gio Bernard was a legitimate, RB2 in fantasy pass catching guy for a few years there. Really, before they drafted Mixon. It's funny how Mixon replaced Gio Bernard, and now the reincarnated Gio Bernard is replacing Mixon.
Yeah, I just Mixon was dumb in July. Yeah, I wasn't drafting Mixon for like the longest time. Like when he was still going in the 80s and 90s, people were still taking him. But then he started falling at the very, very end of my best ball drafts to like the 110, 120 area. And then I was like, maybe I'll take some shares here. And I wish I would have just full faded the guy because that definitely wasn't in great shape there. Do we think Bucky will be out for a week or two? Bucky, we maybe should talk about this a little bit because he popped up like Todd Bowles said he's going to get an MRI. There wasn't really anything that came out in regards to like what the injury is. Like no one said, oh, it's an ankle or, oh, it's a hamstring or something. Like I still to this day don't know what the injury is on Bucky Irving right now. But all I know for sure is that if Rachaad White's available and, on waivers, definitely add him this week because I think there's a good chance that he has an opportunity to be the starting back for the week. And he's actually looked really, really good this year. And I could argue that Rachaad White is the best backup running back in football, legitimately, at least the way that he's played so far this year.
He's been more efficient than Bucky this year. Also, I feel kind of vindicated because, I mean, you're the Bucs fan. Maybe you think that Bucky's going to take the entire workload, but I tend to think he's not just going to take the Bucky Irving 25 touch role. Like realistically, he'd probably be like Rachaad White as a lead back, 17, 18 touches, and you see more Sean Tucker?
I mean, I to be honest with you, I think his 2023 workload is exactly what he gets. Oh. Like when he was a 80% snap share back, like Sean hasn't looked as good as I thought he would look this year, and they haven't really
touched the ball though.
Well, I mean, he plays on special teams, and when he's gotten touches, like I don't know, man. I just don't think that Sean will be a major part of the backfield. He'll definitely get some carries and whatnot, but I think it would be just basically 2023 Rachaad White workload, which was him as a top 12 running back that year.
I mean, he's played 3%, 1%, 0%, 0% snaps in the last 4 games.
He hasn't been involved at all.
It does suck though, because I mean, he saw the efficiency last year. I would love. I mean,
it doesn't suck for us because he's our third back, and I would argue that if we had to play him, he's good enough to play.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm just saying it sucks to like not see him get more volume because obviously you guys are in a good spot, right?
Yeah, our it's weird. Our special teams has been a huge problem this year. Like we've had like a kick blocked in return for a touchdown against the Jets, a punt blocked in return for a touchdown against the Eagles. But the one area of our special teams that's usually a big problem is our return game. Like we usually have like the worst return game in the league. But Johnston, the returner against the Eagles, had like 2 really nice returns where he got it over midfield, got like a 40-yard return on one of them. And Sean Tucker is usually our kickoff returner, and he's done a good job of that this year. So the big issue for us has been fucking punt coverage.
Tez Johnson?
Coverage. No, Cameron Johnston, I believe is his name.
That's the punter.
Huh?
Cameron Johnston, isn't that the punter?
Oh, is that the guy that looks like Bill Burr on the Bills?
Yeah.
Sorry, we have a guy on our team that's named something, and I can't. His last name is Johnston, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, fucking Bill Burr. That's such a good comp here. Like, for those of you that are curious, Cameron Johnston.
Yeah, he looks like Bill Burr, dude. No, our Cameron Johnson. Cameron Johnson is his name. Sorry. That's our punt returner. But he's looked really good this year.
Yeah, no, that's what's up.
But yeah, looking at this team, getting back to the topic at hand here before kickoff happens, the trade that he has on the table, like he said, would be Nico Collins for Javonte, Cam Scadaboo, and Ricky Pearsall. We're both kind of in agreement that you make that move if he can throw in Dobbins. If he doesn't want to throw in Dobbins, are you still doing that? Because to me, I would actually rather consolidate for a running back hammer as opposed to Nico Collins, given that you already have London Lamb and Brian Thomas Jr.
I don't mind that move because, I mean, Ricky Pearsall, yeah, he's a little banged up right now, but realistically, you're banging on him to be a needle mover. Brian Thomas Jr., he's devalued right now. I don't quite have him where you do. I have him higher than that. Just because, I mean, you're betting on the elite player to bounce back. It's not like they aren't using their wide receivers. Like, to me, I know you disagree with this, but I'm much more worried about A.J. Brown specifically because we've seen the Eagles' passing tendencies. At least with Jacksonville, they're using their wide receivers. It's just, BTJ's not making the plays.
BTJ is just playing really bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, overall there, if he bounces back there, CeeDee Lamb, by the reports right now, very more optimistic side of his high ankle sprain. I mean, initially the report, is he going to be on IR? Is he going to be 4 to 6 weeks? And it's like, now it doesn't sound like the team is even remotely thinking about putting him in IR, which is good. Like every reporter I've seen
we hate Shane Waldron. I don't actually think Shane Waldron's really doing anything. I think we're all just looking to blame somebody.
He's not even the pass game coordinator. Grant Udinski is.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually responsible for shit. But everything that guy touches turns to shit. So I guess maybe we can blame Shane Waldron again.
All that summed up to say, I hope that means that CeeDee Lamb week 6, week 7, that'd be great. I would love that because I need it for my exposure's sake.
Yeah, no, he's not even the pass game coordinator, and Liam Cohen's calling the plays. So I can't really think that we're feeling too mad at Shane Waldron for doing what he's doing. But yeah, I would say AJB. The thing that I would look to do is try and consolidate at running back. Like this guy is Jonathan Taylor and Saquon Barkley and Amari Hampton. Is he willing to move off of one of those guys for a wide receiver upgrade like that you can offer him? Like if you offer him Javonte Williams and Ricky Pearsall, given the state of his wide receiver core, would he be willing to part with Amari and Hampton in that situation? Because he already has JT and Saquon Barkley. So look for a guy in your league that has a lot of running back hammers to give and maybe try and go out after some of those types of players, because Breece Hall, Javonte Williams are every week starters in a start 7. And even though you're going to probably be flexing a receiver most of the time, going out and getting Nico doesn't really upgrade your starting lineup as much as going out and getting a starting running back would. So appreciate you for sending in that team review. We did have, I think, one more come in under the gun here that I can just quickly refresh until, the game is officially started here. Skitty, any other offers I could do if he declines this? Josh Jacobs, Stephon Diggs, Kenneth Walker, Chris Olave.
I'm cool making the move.
This is is Mason making this move? Because he has both of these players.
It's understandable in my opinion.
I don't think I would do it. I think the gap is smaller between Walker and Jacobs than Olave and Diggs. But it wouldn't shock me if after a week or two we're back in that kind of Diggs is up there. I'm nervous about a 31-year-old receiver, man.
For me, it's more so again, unless you're in a sharp league that understands that Jacobs may be a sell high right now. I think a lot of leagues are going to look at Jacobs, say, "Oh my God, look at the receiving, the touchdown equity, big game, isolated game." To me, I think Jacobs' value in a public league is more so a mid-second, which is why I would make this deal. Because I think ultimately, as good as Olave is right now, Diggs, if he lives up to his upside, could be I'm not going to say 1-for-1 with Olave, but maybe he can give you a wide receiver 35.
Well, I think it's actually not outrageous to say he could be 1-for-1 with Olave. So yeah, actually, I think I'm on page. I think I'm on the same page as you, because Jacobs does have a lot of value, like you said.
And then worst case scenario, if you really want to flip Jacobs, I honestly think you can get Bucky Irving plus for him in some leagues, especially if you're 3-0 and the person who has 4-0 or 3-1 and the person who has Bucky maybe is in a hole right now, they might be worried about the MRI news.
Yeah, exactly. What should I do for my running back positions? If Gainwell gets another start next week, you're obviously going to start him probably over
bye week.
Yes, you're right. He is on a bye week. Woody Marks can go into your starting lineup over Isaiah Pacheco next week. Neighbors, you just lost to injury, but I would rather flex Woody Marks and then throw Christian Kirk in your flex as opposed to have to play Isaiah Pacheco at this point in time. So that's probably what I would be looking to do for this upcoming week. This is probably how I would personally set things. DJ
Moore.
Chiefs
play next week.
Really sucks that you lost Malik Neighbors, though, because Malik is obviously your best player or one of your best players. So your starting roster just took a major hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, who the Chiefs play next week? The Chiefs play against Jacksonville.
Yeah, nice little matchup for them. But the game is on, so we are going to pop out of here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I saw a bunch of people hyping up Darren Waller's receiving yardage total, so I believe he just got it on one catch in the first quarter already. Really? So yeah, some people, his total was set at like 10.5 receiving yards, and he just caught like a fucking 12-yard pass. So
I picked them up in the listener redraft league.
Oh yeah, you just snagged one there.
Who did I drop? I dropped someone I was going to drop anyways after the slate, so I just said fuck it. This is a tight end premium league. Let me kind of see what I got. Because I'm also going to be dropping Isaiah Likely.
Yeah.
It sucks. I like the upside, but I mean, he got no fucking looks. Got 46% of the snaps. Like I'm sure he'll eat up, but is he rosterable right now?
I don't think so. Until we see him, maybe overtake Andrews in some regard, or Andrews get banged up or something, he's probably not rosterable at this point in time. It's so hard to trust somebody who's the tight end 2 on their team. Like the Browns tight ends, it's unfortunate that Fannin went to the Browns because he kind of nuked Njoku. Because imagine if Fannin had gone to, I don't know, what a team that could have used Fannin. That's like a good offense or whatever. Let's say Fannin had gone to the, I don't know. What is a team that needs a tight end? I'm blanking.
Every team.
The Texans or something. The Texans draft Harold Fannin in the 2nd or 3rd round, and David Njoku is the starting tight end in Cleveland right now. I feel like we'd have a couple more tight ends on the open market that we'd feel pretty good about. But yeah, game's on, so we're going to head out of here. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. But yeah, with that being said, peace out. Talk to you soon. Monday Night Miracles. Here we come. Let's go. Oh, Knicks. Don't screw me.
Neither Tyreek Hill.